Are you a business owner, artist, model, or savvy entrepreneur? Then we'd like to welcome you to Apex Couture magazine, the new wave of publications with budget-friendly advertising packages to fit the need for your brand. 100% Black owned. As part of the new Black media, we also cover the latest music, entertainment news, fashion, politics, and important Black social issues with common sense commentary in a hot new Couture Conversations column where we interview celebrities and prominent people we believe you should know. All of this goes down at www.apexcouturemag.com. APEXCOTUREMAG. Contact us at apexcouturemag@gmail.com or 321-947-4705. Head over to apexcouturemag.com and experience pure Black excellence today.
Go in. What's happening, good people? This is your man Antoine for Apex Couture magazine, and this is another dope episode of Couture Conversations. And we're talking to somebody. We got somebody very special in the digital building. So y'all give y'all a round of applause or whatever y'all want to do, because we finna dive right in. Go ahead and tell these people who you are.
Come on, digital room. My name is Iyesha Damali. I am an actress, a model, and a podcast host, and just a creative.
That's right. That's right. She do the damn thing. So first of all, I want to ask you how you doing.
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm all right. You know, today was a very productive day. I feel good about what happened today. All this good stuff with the magazine. How about your day?
It's going well. I had a few things to take care of. I'm excited though. I like being productive. So the busier I am, the better I feel. I like my quiet, chill time, but I love to be busy. So
listen, that quiet and chill time. Let me tell you something now, because the day was the last day for them turn in school. So I'm was it?
I saw I had some cousins like graduating and stuff. Oh,
yeah,
them children about to be out for the summertime.
Man, the house is nice and quiet, and I hope to not miss them. I don't want to miss them. So let's dive in. Tell the people a little bit about where you're from, you know, and where you get your game from and all of that.
Okay. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Originally Mooresville, North Carolina. So I'm a country girl through and through. I moved to Charlotte when I was still in high school. So I claim Charlotte too. That's my home now. Then. And now I have moved to LA, pursuing my acting and modeling career here. So made the big jump, made the big leap of faith, and I'm out here.
Was that what were you nervous? Are you just like one of them people just like boom, I'm doing it and I'm out here?
I can be spontaneous, but spontaneous with knowing like where my landing pad is, you know, like I like to know there's risk, but also I still know where I'm gonna land type of thing. But since I was the earliest memory I have of wanting to move to LA was like 4 years old. So from four to like 24, I was like, yeah, I want to move. I'm going to move to LA. I'm going to move to LA. So when I turned 25 at the end of that year, I came to LA for about a month. And while I was here in LA, I just got like an Airbnb, rented a car, and I was like, I'm gonna go out there, and I feel like it's gonna speak to me if that's where I need to be. And yeah. I came to LA, stayed for a month, and I did like 7 music videos, met a lot of people, did a lot of networking off of the strength of knowing nobody. So when I got back, I was like, dang, I did all that in 30 days. Like, then wow. I might be meant to be there. Like, I feel like everything was just lining up and the puzzle pieces like, girl, come. And that the rest of it, I was just like, I went back home and I was like, I'm going to move there within 6 months. And I was here within 3 months. So,
man, she got me powered up, man. That's what I like to hear, and like to see that kind of stuff. It
works out. I've been very blessed, very favored, and everything has just lined up perfectly. I literally was like 6 months. I'm gonna be in LA like next summer, and I got here like in the wintertime. So
wow, and jumped off in the music videos and everything. So yeah. Talk about. I seen you got quite an extensive already, portfolios with some of the people you work with. I saw you in the video with T.I., Donna Lucas and E40. How's that experience working with those guys?
It's cool. You know, music videos are fun. They can take a very long time, but they're fun because you can just get to meet people you didn't really think you were gonna meet. I remember being little and like watching music videos and be like, how do these girls get these opportunities?
Yes.
Like as a little kid, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be beside people whose music I listen to. That would be fun. And now here I am, and like my friends back home are like, oh my God, you did X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, by then, I've done that like 6 months ago and it just came out, but I done moved on and did so many things since then. So I'm like, I'm proud of that. It's exciting because it makes my little country girl self feel really proud of me. Like I know my little 12-year-old me would be like, damn,
wow,
future you is so cool.
So you got a couple of them under your belt. So name some of the people you worked with in some of the music videos.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pull up my list because I be forgetting. But Roddy Ricch, T.I., Young Thug, Gunna, Wiz Khalifa.
Okay. I ain't even see that one.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, and I don't know that it is, but I did that when last year. That was exciting. Child, I'm about to go to my own notes because I don't even remember all the ones that I've done. But but no, it's fun and especially because music videos, you don't always know who you're working with. Sometimes they just like come and this is what you're wearing, and then you get there and you're like, I get to work with this person. That's crazy. Yeah, you don't always know. Always know.
So that's good. I'm glad you said that. So when that happens, and for because I deal with a lot of models and some that have not made it to that status yet. When that happens, how do you gather yourself? Because I imagine when you get on the scene, you like, okay, I'm about to do this job, and then you see T.I. like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
I just did a Mooski video, and I didn't know that I did the Trackstar video, and I didn't know that Coi Leray was gonna be there, and because she doesn't have a remix to it or anything. So when I saw her on set, I was like, why is Coi Leray here? Are we working on a secret remix that I ain't know nothing about? But yeah, times like that, you just gotta keep it player, you know?
Okay, yeah.
I'm from the South, baby. I know how to keep it player. Like,
that's
cool,
right.
I'm working with you. Okay, just tell me where to stand. Ain't no problem. And then in my brain, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I do that as well. When I'm interviewing celebrities and stuff like that. I'm letting the cat out the bag. Sometimes I'll be groupied up. Y'all don't even be seeing it because I know how to do this, but sometimes it's like I just did Cujo Goody from Goody Mob, man.
Nice.
And I told him, you know, that's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Outkast, Gunja family. And doing that, you know, I told him, I was like, you don't even know how this feel right now. Because I remember growing up listening to that music. So I like your response. I like your answer. You said to keep it player. See, that right there. Y'all better take some of this game, whoever watching.
Yeah, the one that really, I was like, oh my God. So far, because, you know, I got bigger blessings coming. But so far, I did, and I didn't know what the song was. And I didn't know who the artists were. They were just like, you know, you're going to be on set and no phones, all that good stuff. It was Cisco, Sean Stockton, and Raheem Devine and Omar Wilson for the Secret Garden remix. And I was like, oh my God, I have died and gone to heaven. I'm telling you, like little baby me is like, wow, she's cool as fuck.
Wow, man. You know, that's, you know, I love to hear the success stories and hear get to, you know, witness people with things coming together like that because you manifest, you speak it. You said at 4 years old that you would move. Yeah. You knew then. That's the power. Yeah. That is the power of the universe and the karmic law. You speak these things into existence. So and you basically doing a little modeling and working around that. How is that going for you?
I love it. I like doing a little bit of everything. So I've done like runways in my past, but I don't really care for it. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't really care for it. I like doing videos a lot, and I like doing beauty campaigns. And I've done like a lot of e-commerce as well. I worked with this company, this Black-owned woman company, Shop Sonia Bees. If you've never heard of it, she has really cute stuff on there. I did a B. Simone beauty campaign for her cosmetics line. You know, I like working in different things, and I'm like, oh my God, who would have thought I'd be working with you? So I'm gonna go ahead and manifest my Fenty by Rihanna.
What?
I'm gonna manifest my Ivy Park campaign. I'm gonna manifest it all.
Yes, ma'am. Do that. So I wanted to touch on the acting, but let me. I wanted to ask you. You said you have a podcast, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So talk about the podcast and what's the theme of your podcast and everything.
Okay, so I have a podcast with my very best friend. We lived together in college for 4 years. Our address in college was 4440. The number 4 follows me a lot, so it's my favorite number. But our address was 4440. Yeah, it follows me around. So we in college, we used to just sit up in the living room, and our rooms were across from each other, but we would sit in the living room. We talked for like 3-4 hours about anything from diet to like how we're eating, the stresses of school, Black mental health. We could be talking about fraternities on a yard. You know, we would talk about everything, and then be like, all right, girl, good night, I'm going to bed, and get to our doors. And then we would stand in our thresholds talking for like another hour before we went to bed. So we would just have all kinds of conversations about everything under the sun. So in 2019, we had both graduated and all that stuff, but in 2019 we were like, it would be cool if we started recording our conversations. Like, we just talk about everything, and if we had a friend on three-way or something, they would be like, y'all need to record this, like y'all talk about so many important things. And so we just started our podcast. It's a good Black ass time, that's what I tell everybody. But we talk about Black on Black support. That's when we shout out other Black businesses. Yeah. We talk about what's happening in the news, whether it's racially charged or just in review in general. We talk about pop culture. We talk about mental health. We talk about our affirmations at the end. We talk about what book we're reading for the month. So we touch on a lot of things. Every single episode, we highlight an underground artist. So our theme song will start like a minute of an underground artist, and we'll tell you who it is, who's playing on our radio in the living room. And then at the end, we'll be like, all right, y'all, get out of our living room, and here's the rest of the song. Make sure y'all go download it. So we try to share a lot of love to our people.
So that is so, you know what I like? I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like when somebody, when you're a beautiful Black woman that can do that can talk about those things. When I'm hearing you run down the stuff that y'all talk about, I'm getting all bubbly and on the inside and shit, because I love it. You did what I'm saying? Because
I know that's right.
we have we have an onslaught, which I don't knock nobody, but we have an onslaught of thought culture. Did I just say that? I said we got an onslaught of thought culture, right?
Okay.
We need more beautiful women to, but right now that shit is at the forefront. And I think the Black excellence needs to be at the forefront. So a lot of the things that you guys are talking about, and you say books that you're reading, things of that nature. Like if the music that's in the forefront right now ain't telling you to read no damn book, you know what I'm saying? So when I deal with models or any even my whole life, even when I did music, dealing with beautiful women, you're gonna attract people. People gonna look. So when once you attract them, when you can give them something of substance, I think that's just amazing. So what I want
it seems to shock a lot of people.
Oh man, I love that though. I need that. So plug that podcast and tell them where they can find that at real quick.
Okay, y'all. Well, if you are on Apple Podcasts or anywhere, you can search Living Room 4440. If you don't know how to find it, or if it gets chaotic because there's a lot of podcasts, you can just search Iyesha Damali, which I'm sure my name will be posted. Some of y'all can see it, but Iyesha Damali and Sid the Great, that is my best friend, that's my co-host. Just two Black women holding it down, giving y'all some fun stuff to talk about and to think about.
I'm glad.
One of our favorite segments is called Sexpectations, which is where we talk about, it could be relationship questions, or it could be a sex question or whatever. I think this week we asked about like if you would want your porn history searched to the World Wide Web, or if you would prefer your parents to walk in on you masturbating. So we talk on literally everything. So it stays fun. Like, we might lecture some Republican white politician for saying something crazy and then be like, and then this is the new rap song that came out. You know what I mean? Like, we keep it fun and we keep it fresh, but we also like to give people material that they can go home and think about and talk about with their friends, because that's the most important thing, is conversations.
This is making me. I'm really digging it, because I'm still going to go back to the fact that you're beautiful, because that can attract people. Because with there's so many podcasts, there's everything is oversaturated with the internet, because everybody can do anything. And
right.
but it's what winds up happening is for you to stand out, you got to do some ratchet shit. You got to do some stuff. You got to try to do something to go viral. You know what I'm saying? So what you have is the advantage. You ain't got to do that. It's just like they want to look at you anyway. So now they're interested, and I think that that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That too. You have that. That's why I really want to plug that, because I would rather for people to go to your podcast and get some good vibes, get some good information, and give them things to make them think.
Thank you. The link is in my bio on Instagram. If you want to follow our podcast page, it's at livingroom44_40, and then the link is in that bio also. If you want to click it, and then it'll tell you if you want to listen on Spotify, Google Play.
And you know what's the great thing about this magazine is I'm gonna write an article like you guys always read when you go to the site. I'm gonna write it, and I'm gonna make sure I have all of her links, and I'm definitely gonna make sure I have that in there, because y'all need that up in y'all life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all need a good black ass time in your life. Y'all know y'all listen to podcasts. Go ahead and hop on.
Yeah, we are the damn culture, people. Let's get it together. So let's dive off into this acting.
Yes, let's do it.
So let's talk about it. You're doing some acting, and that's your thing right there. Let's get up in it. Is that something that you always aspiring to do, or?
Yeah. So since, like I was telling you, since I was 4 years old, that's the earliest memory I have of knowing I wanted to move to LA. I wanted to be an actress. I thought I was gonna be a child actress. So every time I watched a show with like Raven Simone or the Olsen twins or something, I'm like, I'm gonna be next to y'all one of these days. That's and right. I'm a country girl, from a small town originally, so I never caught up to them at the time. But now that I've broken free and I've moved out of your hometown, I think that that's a very key thing people are scared to do, is move away from their comfort zone.
Okay. So talk about some of the acting, some of the roles you've already played, and some of the things you've already done.
Okay, so my first 2 years, I went to East Carolina University, and it was for their professional acting program. And then I ended up switching majors and graduating with a different degree. But I've always done acting growing up when I was little: church, theater, plays, etc., etc. My first project out of college is a independent feature film by one of my good friends, Tori Tillman. It is called Caged. It is about a boxer, a black man, and his love interest. They are both dealing with some mental health issues. So that's a really important piece to check out. We're really excited for that premiere coming soon, hopefully this summer. We have a trailer out on YouTube if you want to check out our trailer on YouTube for Caged by Tori Tillman. I also have a short film that is coming out. I was just talking to the director yesterday, actually, and he was saying that his trailer is almost finished for his short film that he created, and that they're hoping to turn it into a series, so they might use our film as their pilot, which is pretty cool. Working on some projects right now that I can't yet talk about, but I'm really excited because I just know I'm just gonna keep growing, and every block is a stepping stone, and it's hard as artists because artists are sensitive about their shit. When you look back, you be like, damn, but you grow so much sometimes. So it's like you gotta fall sometimes. You gotta fall, you gotta crawl, you gotta learn to walk, and then run and sprint. And next thing you know, I'll be chilling with Viola Davis somewhere.
Yes.
So.
Oh yes. You know what, man? You got a great spirit. I can feel it. It's coming through.
Thank you.
Great energy.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a role that you think that needs to be tackled by a black woman leading in a movie?
Yeah, so we did a conversation not too long ago on our podcast about this, and it was we don't usually do it, but we did a separate episode just on colorism. I am a light-skinned biracial woman, right? My co-host is a dark-skinned black woman, right? So our experiences in life are different, right?
Yes.
And there's so many times, so we were just recently talking about Issa Rae and Lauren London, and how they tried to cast Lauren London as Issa Rae in her show, right? And she was basically like, I'm the awkward, dark-skinned, immigrant woman, black girl with the natural hair. We don't need the Lauren Londons of the world playing my character. So with that being said, I think that movies that center around how we can be racist and prejudiced and discriminatory towards each other, I think is important, because it's like, yeah, we've seen all the movies where slave masters are whooping our asses, and it's traumatizing, especially for anybody. But I come from the South, and my grandparents are sharecroppers, and beyond that, enslaved people. So for me, I'm like, that shit is extra triggering to have to watch slave shit all the time. Sometimes you just want to talk about the battles that Black people face with each other. And no shade to Tyler Perry, because obviously he's making tons of money doing what he do. But like, we also don't always want to talk about how there's some shitty dark-skinned man beating up on his wife, right? Like, we want to just talk about other real life, because that is a situation, but it's like other real life experiences that Black people face. And I think colorism is a really big one that sometimes we step on each other's toes about.
Yes, you know what? I'm glad you said that. And I'm a married man. I'm a married, wife, kids. We're one of the things I think we need to get more of, and I shout out to Mike Epps for the Upshaw show. I like that show.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna check it out.
Amazing. But the Black family image is something that I would like to see more of. Because I don't knock nobody for their sexual preference or anything like that, but that Black family unit is we need more. We need to see more of that. If you notice, we're seeing less and less of that, and it's strategic. So that's one of the things I want to see more of that, because right now on the street that I live on, there's Black family, married couple, kids. Black family, married couple, kids. Black family. You see what I'm saying? It's so right. I'm surrounded by it. So we tend to see, I don't need no man, and we saying I don't need no man, and everybody's single and strong. But that ain't really the reality. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now. That shit that they popping on the internet, and a lot of people, listen, that ain't really the reality. People are out here having families. Like, you would think everybody just single and everybody just out here fucking willy-nilly. And it ain't really like that, man. Like a lot of, birds of a feather flock together. I don't really hang out because we've married men, but most of the men that I talk to, they're married men, or they got families. Or if they're not married, they're single, they got their kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, like, we don't have like as many because we have some, but we don't have as many of the Cosby shows to look at no more, right? Or but some shows that I really, really appreciate. Of course, I love everything Issa Rae does, but that's not really where I was going with that. But just like new people who have new things to say. So like Blackish is a dope ass show. Talking about the Black family. The Carmichael Show, which unfortunately is not on air anymore, is one of the best shows that I have seen in so long. And it's actually centered in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's pretty dope. So like I know all this. I think they wanted to take his show a different direction, or because he talks about so many sensitive topics that are necessary. I think that they were trying to change his vision, to my understanding of why the show was canceled. But it was, y'all, if y'all can find the show somewhere, I don't know where they would go find the Carmichael Show. Yeah, it was so good, and they talked about everything that you like. Oh my God, they are going there, but it's real life. Of course, they're going there. You have to go. We got to go there because and then it showed you that Black family that married together. We love each other, Black family, and we learn and we grow and we go through things. But we got to talk about conversations of racism and redlining and gentrification in our communities and colorism and everything else. So it was a dope ass show. Y'all check it out. Like that's something that I would like to be a part of. Something monumental like that I feel like is game changing.
Yes. And I just want to see more of things that I can relate to, because even I'm a married man because my mom and dad are married. They've been married for over 40 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, there are people like when I was growing up listening to rappers, and they always talking about, my mama used to tell me, and they talk about how they dad when they're I relate that shit. I'm like, nigga, no, my dad is right there, and he telling me to turn this shit down. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There are people.
My daddy was there, baby.
Yeah. So we need what we have to do is what you're doing, what Tyler Perry is doing, what what Tariq Nasheed is doing. He just did with Buck Breaking. We have to start telling our own stories, because anytime somebody else gonna tell our stories, it's gonna be perverted. They're gonna whitewash it. They're gonna take shit out. They're gonna put shit in. You know, so right now, I believe that's what we need to start doing. We got to start telling our own story because I ain't never sold dope in my life. Now I've been to prison, but I was a violent nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never sold dope. I ain't never been no dope boy. You know, it's like a lot of these stereotypes that they just typically think. And then I'm gonna tell you how dangerous it is, and I catch myself. I be seeing little dudes down the street, you know, little niggas with the dreads. We in Florida, so everybody got dreads. But sometimes when I see them, I be like, what them little niggas doing? Then I catch myself, I'm like, dude, they probably ain't even doing nothing. Why is you looking at them like that? And then I sit back and I'm like, the reason why you automatically think like that is so many years of programming to make you think as soon as you see a young black dude, he doing something wrong. And this little dude is probably inspired, he's probably aspiring to be a computer technician or something. You never know. But it's been so much programming to where we even look at ourselves. Like the other day, I went to, man, I'm gonna tell on myself, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go get some breakfast, man, and I went to this little spot down Pine Hill Road. Anybody in Orlando know what I'm talking about on Old Winter Garden Pine Hill Road. I pulled up, man. I seen so many niggas in that bit. I pulled up, I looked and seen like somebody back to the door and a bunch of people. I was like, oh no. I rolled away. And then I was like, dog, you dead ass wrong. Them your people in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you see all your people? You know, but on the flip side of things, if I see a bunch of white people in there, I ain't going to there either. I definitely going to no. I'm like, hey, no, I'm not going to that either.
Looks dangerous over there. Looking dangerous.
That's exactly.
Too many white people on one place.
Yeah. But I want to thank you for one taking the time out. You have such a beautiful spirit. It's just bleeding through. The energy is great.
Thank you.
We are looking forward, and I know my subscribers. We're gonna be looking forward to everything you got coming up. I can't wait to see you on that big screen. You know, you go, in the movie with Taraji P. Doing some stuff or something. It's coming. So, I just want to take the time because with the way your spirit is, I can talk to you all night. That's why I like to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and end it.
Okay.
Anything else that you want them to know? Tell them where they can follow you, what they look forward to, anything. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Okay. All right, y'all. So again, I have been Iyesha Damali. You can find me on my Instagram at Iyesha Damali. Find my podcast. Y'all blow it up, show it some love, share it with your friends. They're like an hour to 2 hours, sometimes depending on how heated we get on some subjects. But check out the podcast and just stay tuned to my Instagram and just see different projects that I'm working on because I'm really, really excited. I'm really proud of myself. I moved to LA 2 months before a global pandemic hit, and I've still been blessed to be able to work so much still during this whole pandemic. So I'm really grateful for that. I don't take that for granted. I still want to work hard no matter what, no matter where I get in life. I'm gonna keep working hard and keep impressing my 4-year-old Iyesha. So with that being said, y'all go follow me. And support what I do, and I support people back. Again, we always talk about our Black businesses, Black artists, etc. on our podcast. So please, if you want to reach out to us, and we will definitely celebrate you. That's what we do over here. So look out for videos I'm in. If you see it, tag me. Say, hey, girl, I see you in this video, so I can repost it on my page. And thank you for your support.
Hey, man, listen, this was good. I feel good about this one. I really feel good about you. You're great. I know you're great.
Thank you. Listen, thank you.
So I want to thank y'all again for tuning in once again. You know what I'm saying? And if we do the YouTube thing, y'all get the likes up or whatever. But you guys know that apexcontrolmag.com is where I do it at. And the whole objective is to become independent of YouTube because it's like my third YouTube channel. They keep kicking my ass off of me, so I need to keep my time.
Why they do that?
Because I do what Carmichael does. I start talking.
Oh, okay. You talk about the themes?
Yeah. So I haven't been doing it lately because I changed the whole theme to Coture Conversations. But before my previous YouTube channel, I was getting a lot of views and I was starting to say stuff and it was like,
okay,
gotta get rid of him. So
you make change with an uprising, so I ain't mad at it.
Yes. So it's all good. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in again. Y'all make sure y'all read that article because everything she talks about will be in that article. And until next time, y'all guys have a great one, man. I'm gonna go enjoy this household without these turns in it. I'm trying to tell you why I hate to go in there and be a child of it. Please don't let the child be in there. All right.
Y'all better not be in that toilet. Y'all better not be in that toilet. All right, y'all. Thank you. Bye.